Kyle from KGR giving a review on the Luigi Nendoroid from the Good Smile Company. Alright, so in this review I'm going to be going over the box, the sculpt, the articulation, the pros and cons, the accessories, and the price, and is it worth picking up or not. Alright, so for collectors like me, when it comes to the Nendoroids and stuff like that, and Figmas and Bandai, Tamashii Nation, stuff like that, we don't pick too many up unless they're video games, because mainly the Nendoroids like to focus on anime characters. However, they do like to do some video game characters like Sonic. They did Luigi, they did Isabelle. I think they're doing 2 Isabelles from Animal Crossing in different outfits depending on what season it is, so that's really cool. But yeah, I haven't picked up Isabelle because I'm not too huge on the Animal Crossing series, but I am huge when it comes to the Mario series. So I picked up this Nendoroid. Alright, so let's go over the box. Alright, so compared to the box for the Sonic Nendoroid, it has massively changed over the years, because there was quite an amount of time between these two. So I gotta say, I love the new design. At first I thought it was only for Luigi, but no, apparently the newer Nendoroids seem to be having this box design, and I actually like it. Alright, so on the cover we have Luigi in a beautiful window display where it shows him off. It also shows off a pipe. We also see a little bit of a bullet bill, but because of my lighting, it's not going to show up all that well. We also see a few arms, we also see a couple of puff clouds, and a Goomba. Can we have one pose of Luigi right there? We also have his line number. I don't want to say his model number or his product number. It almost sounds right. But here, this is number 393 throughout all the Nendoroid series. Like, Sonic is 214, while Luigi is 393. So there are a lot of figures. There's almost 400 freaking Nendoroid figures. Holy crap. Anyway, on the side, actually before we move on to the side, we also see on top here, we see a Mario logo and a Year of Luigi. Even though the Year of Luigi is technically over, I guess Good Smile Company really wants to celebrate it with a big bang with this figure. But whatever. Alright, and we also have a little sticker right here, so if you're looking for this figure, you might want to look for this little sticker. I don't know if counterfeits will have the sticker or not. I've been looking around, and so far there aren't any counterfeits just yet. But if you find them for super duper duper cheap, like 20 bucks, don't pick it up. If you get it for if you see one for 45 plus maybe, then pick it up. But still, don't trust eBay. Anyway, on the side, we also have another pose of Luigi. It's pretty much the same pose that we see on the cover, it's just that we get to see all of Luigi. Alright, and right here we see Luigi right there with the name. I'm not sure if all of them do that, like all the other Nendoroids, but they might. I have no idea. Then on the bottom, we also have him coming out of the warp pipe, so that's really cool. On the back, we also have more Nendoroid series. 393, Luigi, more Japanese font. And also up here it says, cute to look at, fun to play with, and great to collect Nendoroids. Alright, so I'll be covering more of that later. Anyway, we also got more poses, which is really really cool. It also comes with a Goomba, and here's some hazards, like little warnings. However, this is in Japanese, so if you can read Japanese, by all means try and translate this. But if you can't translate it, then, well, thanks anyway. We also got a little barcode down here in case you want to try and price it. Anyway, we also got another pose and another warp pipe pose for some reason. But anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, another Luigi right there. And the top and bottom are exactly the same, where it shows him running into a bullet bill. Alright, so I love the box. It's absolutely cool. I kind of think it's a little bit better than the Sonic Nendoroid box, but whatever, I love it, I love it. Alright, now let's take everything out of the box and see what is inside. Alright, so this is everything that comes inside of the Luigi Nendoroid box. And also, I'm not going to be using this, but this is for the back of the stand. Here, back of the stage, whatever, it has these little clips, alright? So it can hold on to a background, and the background that this one comes with a new Super Mario Brothers theme background. What you gotta do is cut all this off, and it's pretty much like cut out for you. You just gotta tear it off. But I'm not gonna be doing that. But if you want to do that, by all means, go ahead. But I'm not doing it because I just don't feel like it. But anyway, we'll be going over that later. Alright, so now let's go over Luigi himself. Alright, and I drop him. Fantastic. Alright, so obviously, this is a Nendoroid. The Nendoroids are supposed to be shrunken down version of the characters, and they're also supposed to be a little bit chibi, and they're supposed to be cute and adorable, and I gotta say, it does actually get that job done very well. The sculpt is actually very nice. Little to no paint flaws. The Good Smile Company is actually known quite well for that. Great sculpt, excellent paint jobs, little to no flaws, and, you know, perfectness. Alright, so, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. The sculpt is very nice. Like, I don't want to say everything is accurate, because obviously, like, the proportions are not accurate because of how they made this thing. They did that on purpose. But it is a very, very well done job. But let's move on to the articulation. Alright, so I want to say we have a ball joint on the head, but technically it's not really a ball joint. It can swivel left to right, but also can move forward and backwards depending on where this Nendoroid joint is set up. Alright, see? Here it's pretty much, even though it looks like a ball joint, it's just a swivel. Alright? So you can have it so it's on the side too. So he can also move his head side to side. But you can maneuver it around super duper easily, no problem. So there you go. We also got swivels on the shoulders, swivels at the wrists. I want to say swivel, it's pretty much the same setup as the head when it comes to the legs. However, the way this is sculpted, you don't really get too much articulation going forward and backward. You can get a little bit of articulation if you know what you're doing, but that's pretty much about it for this guy. There's no ankle articulation, there's no waist articulation, but it is still decent nevertheless. I love how they actually like sculpt like the pockets and the other parts of the overalls, you know, pretty much how they would on another normal figure, so, you know, just catch that detail. Alright, so if you want to switch out the faces, because here they come with two different faces. Okay, we got this normal default, regular old smiling face. We also got an open mouth smiling face like how Mario comes with. And we also get a shocked face when something is about to happen, like a Mr. Bill. Oh no! Anyway, the way you want to remove the face is, this is actually something I wish I could have done with the Mario figure arts, but oh well. You take off the hat, which I love how you actually take off the hat and just have it sit there. So, there you go. You pretty much pull from each side of the head, you pull the face off, so you don't have to damage the nose or anything. So that's absolutely brilliant. And they actually tell you who the sculptor was on this particular Nendoroid. I can't really pronounce the name all that well because it's a Japanese person's name, but there you go. So all credit goes to him. I'm absolutely impressed on what he did with this, at least when it comes to face. But there are a few things I'm not too happy with, which I will cover off pretty soon. Alright, we're going to be putting on this face because I actually am going to compare it to Mario. Because it's Mario and Luigi, you have to compare it to the Mario figure arts. And you put the hat back on, and there you go. It's very, very simple and easy, so there you go. Okay, here you can replace the arms and hands and even legs on this figure. Because here we also got two different sets of arms and legs. Okay, we got two bent legs. One is actually meant to go forward, another one's actually meant to go backward. You can try to reverse them, but they're not going to show up well, but I will show it off pretty soon. But here are the bent arms and legs. Sonic only came with one bent arm and one bent leg, so I wish he could have came with something like this, like how Luigi did. However, Sonic didn't, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, if you want to give him an open hand, just pull off this hand, pull off this hand. Comes off super easily, but it stays in there pretty well also. So you don't have to worry about it falling off too easily or anything, so that's really good. Alright, so if you also want to give him a bent arm, There you go. There. See, there he is. Looks pretty good. And if you want to give him jumping legs or running legs, whatever you want to do. Actually, what the heck? The joint actually fell out of him. That is really weird. That never happened to me before, but here you go. If that ever happens to you, don't panic. It just pops in, super simple like that. See? Anyway, let's put that right here and put that right here. This is the way that it's supposed to look, alright, when it comes to the legs. You can try and reverse this, however, but it won't look all that normal because you can see there's going to be a little bit of gaps, so that's not good. But if you want to pose it like that, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. I'm just saying that's not how it was intended. And unfortunately, you can't really articulate these all that much. Actually, I think these joints are actually stuck like this. So that kind of sucks, in my opinion. Like, the only articulation you can do is swivel left and right with this. So, if you want to have them bent like this, you can't really play with them all that much like this. So, unfortunately, we're not going to have a fully articulatable action figure of Luigi. So, that kind of sucks. I can't have him ride Yoshi like how I did with Mario. But you know what? Fine. Let's switch him back to the normal legs because I actually do want to compare him to Mario later. And you can't really compare him with him having bent legs. Alright. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. So, let me go over other things. Like, for one, more accessories. Luigi, stand up. Okay, I'm on a very unlevel surface, and he does have a hard time trying to stand on unlevel surfaces. So if the level is the surface is level, I can't talk, but yeah, if the level is, if the surface is very level, then there you go. He can actually stand up very well. However, my surface is very unlevel, so we're gonna have some issues. So luckily he comes with this little stand. Alright, so let's actually talk about the stand for a little bit. Okay, I already talked about how this can hold up a background. But, as you can tell, this stage is completely freaking huge compared to the other Nendoroid stages. I don't know about the other ones that are not video game related, like other just anime ones, but this is a huge stand compared to what we got with Sonic. Hold on, let me pull out a stand. There we freaking go. The thing is tiny compared to this thing. Alright, unfortunately you cannot put this stand on here because I guess the peg on this is too big for this hole, so that kinda sucks. But, whatever. Alright, so this is the stand that it comes with. And this stand is actually kinda different compared to the Sonic stand from the Nendoroid. Well, for one, there's bubbles in here. I like that. And two, here at the very ends, the way that the pegs connect is different. Like, this is the one for the Sonic Nendoroid, alright? And then this is the one for the Luigi Nendoroid. So it's different. Like, everything, like, even the stand itself is actually different. So, now you know, kids. Where did this come from? Oh, right here. There we go. Alright, you can plug this in anywhere. And Luigi does have a hole on his back, right there. And you simply plug him in, and he's good to go. Alright, Luigi, get in your stand. Ah, there you go. Okay. Sometimes he will have a hard time trying to stay upright because of him being a little top heavy. So if you're trying to get him in a good upright pose, sometimes he will tip over and fall off. But as long as you have him balanced, you should be okay. But again, keep that in mind. Be very careful. Alright, but once he's balanced, you should be a-okay. Alright, let's have him lean forward a little bit more. Alright, so now we can focus on other accessories. Alright, like for one, we also get a bullet bill. Now this bullet bill is actually very tiny compared to Luigi's head. Oh, and I drop it. Fantastic. And he also has swivels on his arms. Personally, I didn't think it was actually necessary because I didn't even know that he could move his arms. It's like he's coming at you, and then he uppercuts you as soon as he hits you as well, even if he misses like just slightly. At least I can punch you in the face. Alright, and I'm going to actually compare this to the Popco bullet bill. I don't know exactly who made it, but it's part of the tiny, tiny Mario figure line. Yeah, I'm not even going to pull those figures down because I'm too lazy. Anyway, this is the bullet bill. Alright? So if you compare these two, this one's freaking huge and this one's freaking tiny. So let's just put that one back down. But yeah, this is big. Well, actually no, this is tiny. The other one's big. Ah. And here, if you want him to sit on the stand, he has two different stands for himself. Okay, here, when it comes to little stuff like this, the newer Nendoroids actually have little tiny stands. Alright, this one is just for when Luigi is actually standing. Because here, there's a little ball hole right there, and this is a ball peg. Put that side right there. And then this side goes into the stand. Now you do have to press it in a little bit, so luckily they actually have it set up so like you can press in without worrying about breaking it. However, this stand does seem very, very flimsy, and the way that it's angled all the time is just so weird. I don't really like it all that much, but that's just me. You might like it. Personally, I don't really like it all that much, just because of how it's set up. But it is decent, and I guess I'm grateful for it. Anyway, another little enemy we get is a little Goomba. Alright, we already got another Goomba figure. It's actually from the Mario SH Figuarts, and of course I'll be comparing the two. Alright, so obviously the SH Figuarts one is actually much better when it comes to detail. However, this one is actually kind of cute and adorable, so I guess it really matches. It kind of blends in with the Luigi Nendoroid setup. I actually thought it was going to be a little bit of a harder plastic, like a different type of plastic, and going to be more reflective and shiny, and actually isn't. It is a good plastic, don't get me wrong, but I was just expecting a different type of plastic. Like pretty much, I want to say pretty much the same as the bullet bill. But no, this one's actually really decent. I actually like it. Alright, and I guess all the newer Nendoroids always come with an extra ball neck joint or whatever, because I guess they break sometimes. Personally, I never had that issue because I only had 2 Nendoroids. Well, 3 if you count the fake one, but still, it's pretty generous. I like that. And also, he comes with a warp pipe, and this is actually very hollow. There's like nothing inside. You can actually see through. Hey, that's all, folks. Now, it doesn't really connect to the stand all that well. Like it doesn't. It just sits there. It can slide off super easily. But here, Luigi can go up and down it to an extent. Okay, let me remove the bullet bill so I don't end up breaking the stand. Alright, so you just pretty much sit it on the stand, and then you can have him be like, hey, look, I'm going up and down it. Yay! Wee! And he can only go down so far because of the stand's limitations. So when you take him off the stand, he can only go down so far because of how he's sculpted. But it still does get the job done. Now let me compare it to the SH Figuarts tunnel, or warp pipe, whatever you want to call it. This one actually has a bunch of accessories inside it, so if you hear rattling noises, there you go. Alright, so as you can tell, when it comes to side, this one's freaking huge and this one's freaking tiny. Well, it's a Nendoroid, that's why it's supposed to be tiny. But I guess they don't really take advantage of how, or like, I guess they don't take advantage of the pipe the same way that SH Figuarts does, where you can switch to top lid. So you can make it look like it's actually going inside a little bit. But I guess I do like this one kind of better because you can actually like limit how far it goes in. But I like how they put this as an option, so you can make it so an enemy can stay on top of there without worrying about a stand. So that's freaking awesome. And so far, I haven't compared the sizes of Mario and Luigi, and even Sonic. Oh, and before I do that, there is one more stand for the bullet bill. Alright, this one is freaking long. Now, the reason why they made it that long is because suppose Luigi is coming out of his pipe. Alright? and I guess Bullet Bill wants to be around the same size or same height as the warp pipe. So he wants to screw over Luigi. There you go. Now, you can technically make this stand work for Luigi, but I do not recommend it because, as you can tell, it's very small and flimsy for the Luigi Nendoroid like weight and size. So I'm pretty sure he would snap this no problem, but it can fit in him, don't get me wrong. But I just don't recommend doing that because they made a stand for that. See? They made a stand for him. But this tiny one is just for the Bullet Bill. The Goomba actually does have articulation at the bottom. So, fun fact. I was actually not expecting that, but it's there. If anything, the SH Figure Arts does look like it does have articulation. However, it doesn't. But, there you go. Alright. So, now to actually do a quick size comparison between Mario and Sonic. Well, Mario and Sonic compared to Luigi. Come on. There you go. Yeah, you can stand up, no problem. Alright, first, let's compare him to Mario. Alright, so as you can tell, it's not really all that game accurate. However, when it comes to a shelf display, it won't look too bad. Especially when they're in midair and stuff like that. However, if you want to have it be game accurate, it's not going to be game accurate. However, SH Figure Arts, Bandai Tamashii Nations, they are going to be making the Luigi. So, if you want to have a legitimate, accurate Luigi, you might as well wait. But if you do want to have a Luigi right now as a placeholder, and plus have a cute chibi Luigi, there you go. Now, let's compare Luigi to Sonic. Decent size. If you still want to try to pull off the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics type of deal, you can try. But Luigi can only do so much. But there you go. They're still around the same size, so you can still do some decent poses, different pictures. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. But alright, so let's get these guys out of the way. Now, pretty much covers... Well, actually, I forgot. Here, Luigi actually comes with little puff clouds. Alright, we got 4 different puff clouds. Each have different sizes. This one is, I think it's primarily to actually go up to make it look like he jumped. Because they just pop into the stand. Very simple. There you go. And they're technically on a little ball joint, but it's very, very limited. So, it pretty much acts like a swivel. So there you go. Let's actually put Luigi in a running pose. So let me find his fist right here. There we go. Let's actually put on his other fist, which is over here. Alright, and pull off his legs. Put on the proper legs, and make sure you put them on the proper sides too. Okay, it does seem like this one is a little loose, but oh well. There we go. Luigi is running. And where should we put a puff cloud? Let's make it look like he kicked off the back leg. So I think how it's supposed to work is kind of something like this. Like, see, more toward here, it looks like he's actually trying to kick off. So you pretty much see this effect in Mario 3D World. So I guess that's why they put that in. But for the one cloud right here, you can't really make it look like he actually kicked off this because the way how it goes up, and you can't really mess with it all that much. You can only move it from side to side. However, we also do come with a very, very tiny puff cloud. So let's put Luigi back on the stand because that's a while. And again, be careful because you don't want to scuff him up. Alright, so let's get this tiny one right here. Put that one right here. Okay, that one actually looks a little bit better. It is cute, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't necessary, but it works. If you want to give off that Mario 3D World effect, by all means, there you go. Alright, so that pretty much does sum it up for all the accessories. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of this figure. Alright, so, pros. It's adorable. The sculpt is excellent. The paint job is flawless. The accessories are pretty decent. It comes with an extra neck joint, so that's nice. The stand is big, I like that. And pretty much sums it up for the pros. And also, removing the face and like switching different faces is total ease. It's very easy to do. No struggles whatsoever, which is very, very nice. Now cons, there are a few things I'm very disappointed in. Like for one, you cannot really move the legs all that much, so you can't make it so he's trying to ride a Yoshi from Popco or whatever. Also, I wish he would have came with a little bit more accessories. Like, he came with this huge stand. It would have been nice to have something like SH Figure Arts Mario, where it came with blocks or something like that. I want to see Good Smile Company's attempt at blocks too. But I guess if they couldn't do that, they couldn't do that. They did jam in a lot of stuff into the box. They would have to actually put on another layer of stuff and make the box even bigger. But I'm still happy with everything that it came with. Like, I think Sonic came with more stuff, but whatever. It is still plenty of stuff. I'm pretty happy with it. Anything else I'm kind of disappointed in? It's mainly just the legs that really bother me. Like, there's like little to no articulation. But if you do have the Mario SH Figure Arts too, you can pretty much use that as well for like other Goombas, coins. I wish he actually would have came with coins as well. You could use them for blocks and stuff like that. And there you go. And hold on, I actually just thought of this. Alright, I got this Luigi, alright? So let's actually pop on the proper legs, the stand-up legs. There we go. There we are. And there we are. Sweet. Yeah, he does grow up a little bit compared to this one. Compared to these two, this one actually looks kind of weird in my opinion, because I absolutely love this face, but this one is all like, game accuracy! What? Kyle doesn't like that? Oh, okay, I'll just go away. But this one's all like, yeah, look at me, I'm short and chibi and adorable. I mean, look at me! Look at me! But yeah. So yep. Any other cons? I can't really think of anything else. I just wish it would have came with a little bit more accessories, but they do give you plenty. And the leg articulation is just disappointing. You can find this guy for $50 at Big Bad Toy Store. I'll provide a link in the description so you can order him. He is available right now. That's actually how I got him. Here on Amazon, he's $55, and he doesn't ship until, like, what, November? Which is completely ridiculous. So, screw that. Save a few extra pennies, and get him earlier. Alright, so is he worth picking up or not? Well, that really depends on how you want to use this guy. For example, I'm using him for, like, you know, display. If you want to have a legitimate Luigi action figure, like SH Mario, like SH Figure Arts Mario, well, you're going to be very, very disappointed in this figure. So you're better off just waiting until the SH Figure Arts Luigi. But if you want to get, you know, if you want to get him, by all means, go ahead and get him. But do note, you can't really play with him all that much. He's not really much of a plaything. He's more like a paperweight, shelf piece, or a desk piece. I don't know. Pretty much not too much of a toy, just more like a statue that you can move around a little bit. But that is my review. I personally think it just depends on how you want to use them. Alright, so If you're new to the channel and you like what you saw, then don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I also do Let's Plays on my channel, so if you want to check that out, by all means, go ahead. And if you like Luigi, I did do a Let's Play. I just got done doing a Let's Play on New Super Luigi U. So I'll post a link to that toward the end of the video as an annotation. So there you go. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys next video.